Africa.
TDN Africa, media. TDN Africa, media.
Mama say put me online now. I need education, I need information and news. TDN will let you know. We bring you entertainment, we bring you the people's view. We don't just do the talk, we verifying before reporting. We don't just do the talking, we verifying before reporting. In independence and credibility, that's why we are here to bring you unbiased news. We believe in independence and credibility, because we are here to bring you unbiased news. TDN Africa, media. TDN Africa.
TDN Africa.
TDN Africa, media. TDN Africa, media.
Mama say put me online now. I need education, I need information and news. TDN will let you know. We bring you entertainment, we bring you the people's view. We don't just do the talk, we verifying before reporting. We don't just do the talking, we verifying before reporting. In independence and credibility, that's why we are here to bring you unbiased news. We believe in independence and credibility.
Sorry for the each. Let's continue with her program. Dr. Charles Francis Magai says that the time has come for him to ascend the throne of the king. The University of Sierra Leone reviews 2023 academic calendar. Business women in Kabba City speaks on the voters' ID cards and also the elections. And we have political defection. It's APC. All these and more we have for you in our program this morning.
Because we are here to bring you unbiased news. TDN Africa, me.
TDN Africa.
TDN Africa, media. TDN Africa, media.
Mama say put me online now. I need education, I need information and news. TDN will let you know. We bring you entertainment, we bring you the people's view. We don't just do the talk, we verifying before reporting. We don't just do the talking, we verifying before reporting. In independence and credibility, that's why we are.
Good morning once more. This is the program Breakfast with TDN. In case you are just joining us, you can be part of today's program by sending in your text message on the numbers showing on your screen. And also, you can send in your comment in the comment section below. Let's continue with the program. The leader of the PMDC party, Dr. Charles Francis Magai, says that it is now time for him to ascend the throne. Charles Francis Magai, whose candidatureship has been approved by the ECSL, made this statement to his followers. Charles Magai, the leader of the People's Movement for Democratic Change, PMDC, who recently obtained his provisional nomination certificate, has firmly deployed his unwavering commitment to pursuing the highest office in the country. In an interview, Mr. Magai says that, honestly, I hope no regrets. Having been a kingmaker for the APC in 2007 and the SLPP in 2018, but I believe it was high time I occupied the seat of the king. When questioned about his confidence in winning the upcoming presidential elections, considering his late declaration of intent, Magai expressed great hopefulness. Based on what we hear from social media and so on, I believe that the people of Sierra Leone this time are going to vote thoughtfully, not impulsively. So I am very hopeful, not just hopeful. As a veteran politician and lawyer, Magai revealed that this will be his final opportunity to make a lasting impact. This is my last inning. I'll be 78 on the 19th of August. Thank God. He emphasized his desire to leave a legacy for future generations, saying, I would want to leave a legacy for our children and our children's children. At 77 years old, Magai currently holds the title of the oldest among the 13 presidential aspirants. Following closely is Dr. Samuel Kamara, who recently celebrated his 72nd birthday, while Mada Bio, the SLPP candidate, turned 59 last Friday, the 12th. That was Dr. Charles Francis Magai there in an interview saying that he is hopeful of becoming the president of Sierra Leone. We are in 2007. Dr. Charles Francis Magai helped the All People Congress Party in trying to gain control in the country by joining force with Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma in winning the 2017 election. And also, he joined forces with the SLPP party in 2018. And the SLPP party emerged victorious in the last election. And now, Charles Francis Magai says that this is his last opportunity in trying to become president of this great nation. And he says that he wants to leave a legacy for his children and also children's children. And we hope that Charles Francis Magai will try to go by his words, because he stated it clearly that he will be 78 this year and time is no longer in his favor. And this time around, it will be his last election. And moving away from Charles Francis Magai, the University of Sierra Leone, USL, yesterday puts out review the academic calendar, which is the 2023 academic calendar. The University of Sierra Leone, the Office of the Registrar, University of Sierra Leone, has revealed a reviewed calendar of the academic event for second semester in the 2022-2023 academic year. According to the reviewed calendar, the continuation of the second semester, which commences on Monday, the 19th June, will end on Saturday, the 5th August, 2023. The second semester will commence on Monday, 17th July, and end on Saturday, the 5th August, 2023. Meetings of Board of Examinations are scheduled for 21st August and will end in 26th August. Trailing behind this is the publication of results for 2022-23, scheduled for Monday, 28th August to Saturday, 2nd September 2023. Receipt examinations for students will take place on Monday, the 11th September, and will end on Saturday, the 16th September. Meanwhile, the 2023-2024 academic year is to commence on Saturday, the 7th October, while the orientation for new students is to start on Thursday, 5th October 2023 and conclude on Saturday, 7th October 2023. The University of Sierra Leone made this review of the academic calendar yesterday in their meeting held with the DVC. And we could recall that during the start of the academic calendar, the University of Sierra Leone stated it clearly that the academic year will be short because of the national elections, and all lectures will close down on the 17th of June 2023, and it will be a one-month break leading towards the second semester examinations, because they are trying to make sure that students will not be going for lectures and also will be facing the general elections at the same time, because the university wants to protect its students from any form of irregularities which may want to arise. But we hope and pray that nothing of such happens, and we hope that students will adhere to the measures or to the guidelines given by the University of Sierra Leone, as they also made this statement that the next academic year will commence in October. And the registrar put out, the university registrar put out a notice yesterday. And also moving away from that, we've seen wherein there has been defection in the APC party, because we've seen wherein members of the All People Congress Party has defected to the ruling party, which is the SLPP party. And in several key members of the All People's Congress Party, the likes of Alpha Khan and Victor Fo, who was the vice president of Sierra Leone, defected to the ruling party, which is the SLPP. And also, the APC party is trying to call on its members in coming together to say that they emerge victorious in the next election, which is the June 24th election. The alarming rate at which Mohammed supporters and top-ranking executive stakeholders unprecedentedly trashing their love and loyalty for the All People's Congress Party in a replacement for party, that is the SLPP across the country, has been critically and clinically perceived by seasoned political pundits as a catastrophic political tsunami for the APC. Such political defection tsunami is going to negatively impact the chances of the All People's Congress Party in the June 24th election. It is unarguably that major asset for a successful political party is its unshakable support base, which the APC has significantly lost over the years. The prima facie reasons for the unfashionable decline of the All People's Congress Party popularity contest and support base, even within their self-acclaimed stronghold, is as a result of President Bio's inclusive developmental progress in the Northwest Regional. President Julius Maada Bio also dispelled the erroneous notion that his administration is regionally biased through the incorporation of senior stakeholders and even former ministers of the APC into his administration and the SLPP party in general. Pragmatic example of those individuals are Alhaji Alpha Kanu, former minister, and Honorable Victor Bokari Fo, former Vice President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. It has become a toneful music hearing massive declaration in support and endorsement of President Julius Maada Bio's re-elections. Such declarations have been happening like a terrestrial rainfall across the territorial enclave of Sierra Leone. Citizens have seen huge supporters and key stakeholders of the All People's Congress Party and the Coalition for Change Party, C4C, in Kano. disowning both political parties and placing their allegiance and support for the President Julius Maada Bio and the SLPP. Patriotic citizens have justified that Connaught did what any other district would have done best by placing their allegiance and support for President Bio and the SLPP. Due to the avalanche of developmental progress in the new direction administration are taken to the one of the most disadvantaged districts during former President Kourouma's administration. For over 3 decades, Connaught was in perpetual darkness. At last, the divine grace finally lavished and showered on Connaught through President Bio's magnanimous leadership in providing uninterrupted electricity supply. This also caused an alarming defection from the APC to SLPP. The 3 judge-led commissions of inquiry, which was legalized and legitimized by the 5th Parliament of the Second Republic of Sierra Leone, provided adequate evidence that Dr. Samuel Kamara was grossly engaged in misappropriation of public funds and state graft. They just entered into strategic alliance between the National Grand Coalition and the SLPP, further buried APC chances of winning the 2028 elections into 100 feet below the ground, not alone mention the already won 2023 elections. The reunion of Honorable Dr. Kande Juncker and President Bio to form a strategic alliance further shattered and battered the dreams of APC in assuming governance in the longest future. We've seen wherein the APC party have stood firm regardless of these defection, bringing together their party members and also gaining non-party members in terms of the defection to the APC party. We've seen wherein a member of the National Grand Coalition defected, a key member of the National Grand Coalition defected to the APC party in the persons of a key member of the NGC party defected to the All People's Congress Party, and he stated it clearly that he is joining the All People's Congress Party because he does not want to be part of the present government, as he wants to achieve a new feat with the All People's Congress Party. And we've seen wherein key members of the All People's Congress Party defected to the ruling SLPP party. And this question, people have been asking this question, saying that will the APC party survive this? And we've seen wherein top executive members and also the press secretary of the All People's Congress Party stated clearly that they are not moved by this, they are only focusing in the 2023 elections under their presidential candidate, who is Dr. Samuel Kamara. As we've seen for the past weeks, he has been touring overseas and also having interviews like the one he did with the BBC media last week. And we've seen where he has engaged in several meetings. And we just hope and pray that the elections will go on well, and we'll see where in these 2 big political parties, the APC party and the SLPP party, going head-to-head in this year's election. And both party members have been conducting themselves well, and we've seen where in Freetown they have been respectful of each other. But where people has made this point saying that the 2023 presidential elections, these political parties has concentrated in the regional areas, forgetting about the capital, which is Freetown. And we don't know why these political parties are concentrating in the regional areas and likes of the northern province, the southern province, and the eastern province, as these regions has been key in terms of winning elections. And both parties has been having engagement with their supporters in these regional areas, and they are hopeful of winning the elections. And we've seen wherein both parties are optimistic, saying they will win the 2023 elections. We are yet to know that, and in order for them to emerge victorious in this year's election, they will need their party members and also non-party members to vote for their parties. And we all know that after the June 2023 election, we will usher in a new president, whether it will be from the side of the SLPP party or whether it will be from the side of the APC party, we don't know. But we will bring you live coverage of this year's election, just like we've been bringing you everything that has to do with elections, the June 24th elections. And we normally try to cover these programs conducted by the political parties, not only the two main political parties, but other political parties also. We've been covering their events, and we'll bring you live coverage from their events as we approach the 2023 election. Let's go for a short break. We'll be back after the break.
TDN Africa.
TDN Africa. TDN Africa.
Mommy say put me online now. I need education, I need information and news. TDN will let you know. We bring you entertainment, we bring you the people's view. We don't just do the talk, we verifying before reporting. We don't just do the talking, we verifying before reporting. In independence and credibility, that's why we are here to bring you unbiased news. We believe in independence.
Welcome back. In case you are just joining us, this is Breakfast with TDN, and I am your presenter, Franklin Williams. You can be part of the Breakfast with TDN show by sending in your comments in the comment section below, or by sending in your text messages on the number showing on your screen. As we all know, we are approaching the 2023 June 24th elections, and one of the key themes for this is non-violence free election. And in terms of gaining this non-violence free election, we've seen wherein several groups have been trying to conduct themselves in trying to preach non-violent messages. And in order for that, the TDN Africa media has engaged in Star Vocals. The Star Vocals show, organized by the TDN Africa media, is a non-violent school show targeting young people in schools in trying to preach non-violence, because we are approaching the June 24th election, and we are targeting these schools, and our message is to preach peace and to tell students that they should proscribe themselves from violent activities, as one way to conduct themselves is by being law-abiding citizens, not to engage in any riotous conduct, because in terms of preaching non-violence messages, we need to target the youth, and most especially, we need to target these children in schools, because inculcating in them these types of messages, it will help them in the long run, not only in this year's election, but after the election, it will help them in trying to conduct themselves well. And the TDM team was at the collegiate school conducting the Star Vocal session, and let's have a look.
Okay, Mina Ibrahim Lamin Conte, a reporter from TDN Africa Media, and I can see the logo. TDN is a new medium we they just established, and we don't take 8 months now. and we appreciate if you have like and follow TDN. We do it on YouTube and Facebook as well. And this is a special program we get for schools. This purely for schools. And we don't start this competition last week in a grammar school, Skyline Grammar School. And today we did in a collegiate school. We are in one of the students or the pupils of collegiate who come and battle. We get a song, a non-violent song, what TDN will produce and everything. The competitors they need for count the lyrics. Where in the songs they count the lyrics. If you rhyme with the songs, you're fortunate for win 3 million years. Now competition. Not only collegiate school. We don't start with grammar school. Now we do collegiate. We go other schools then. And what thing will make your school win this competition? Now through likes and share. So if we get the time now, we can use our phones here. I believe so we'll get phones there, right? Okay. When we will get time, if you want to let school win, so you see, you just need to follow TDN Africa Media. You go now YouTube and Facebook. You like, you share your school in rapper or in competitor. So they watch the other schools then. They collect they get the highest likes and shares. We're not fortunate for winning this money. And I hope say the money, okay, right? 3 million, not a small money. So you see, and not only the competitor no more go win, but the school self go win money. We are in 2 million there for the schools. For the school where they win, because not one school no more they participate. 2 million there for the school. So if the school win, we don't get the winner. So as the money they go 5 million, and if we not get the runner up as well, another 2 million. So we only get something 7 million. Money.
If you know say you want to make collegiate win this competition, make some noise for yourself. When I say collegiate, you say collegiate, collegiate. Collegiate. I just want to make you know say TDN Africa then at the building. And the reason why I make you know within the previous schools it's all about preaching peace, right? You want for let's salon de perfect fête? You want for let's salon de perfect fête? Oh man, you want the perfect fête? You know go school again? I know say we all know perfect fête. So now we take this game to the school. We want to see the best rappers them, and now you get for make your school win. Say how? Where you rapper don't carry rap, the page get for post them. So what you get for do? You go Facebook, you type TDN Africa Network. You go Instagram, you type TDN Africa, yeah? So when you type them, you go, you like the video, then you share them. Una win up? Yeah. Una win up? Yeah. Okay, I want to let them taste sooner for this song. Taste the song first before they rapper the camp. Okay, don't taste sooner. Okay, so now it's about time to present the artist. But before we present the artist, to my man called Pope Dave. Are you feeling it? Are you feeling it? Let me hear you say yeah. Say yeah. Okay, drop them. No vibe, I love vibe. Aye.
TDN Africa, we are the same. So now not the chance to better we country. We for come together as a family. Live in peace and harmony.
Go.
So during this election,
one time,
let's lots of options.
2 times.
During this election,
everybody,
we don't want to tribal division. All we want for say, vote to the violence.
Vibe, what about your soul? Let me go say, vote to the violence. Hey, I can hear you say, vote to the violence. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, say, vote to the violence. 1 time, hey. Vote to the violence. Let me go, let me go. 1 time, let's go. Vote to the violence.
TDN, they say, all we want for all we want for see, all we want for see.
Yo, Saloni was the best. Now the courts, we don't end past stress. We dey pray for a good government. We dey camp with our mess. Boss, every day, man, they dey keep back comments. This warrior song we do. When I want to look for no, put it in states and try to go before. You never know, please tell me to wait on too. I trust the God, one day I must get the chance. No matter how life, we not ever give up. Don't ever step down, just keep moving on. Check to check, one day we must stand as a dog. Yo, we must stand as a dog. It's about me and my life, not fake. Deep down my heart, I got big faith. Use the game, like I must see us to be rich. God, please bless it from the heart of the let me just say. One time, let me hear you sing. I can't hear you, go. Hey, now Savage Angry.
Breakfast with TDN. The video you just watched is the Star Vocal video, and the Star Vocal, TDN Star Vocal session is a competition for the school-going pupils, and also whoever emerges victorious among these schools will receive the sum of 200 million, which is going out, 2 million leons, which is going out for the schools, and also 3 million leon, which is going out for the individual who emerges as winner of the TDN vocal. And we want to say that if you want to watch these videos, you can type on our YouTube channel, TDN Africa Media, and subscribe to our channel in order for you to be getting notifications on our videos, and most especially the Star Vocals videos, which is key in terms of preaching non-violence messages. And in order for you to watch, for example, the collegiate school video, and with the like one we did last week with the Sierra Leone Grammar School, and we are going to several schools in the coming weeks, and we are trying to see if, not if per se, we're trying to see who will emerge victorious in this year's Star Vocal Show. And the Star Vocal Show, once more, is a show that is carried out among school-going kids or school children in trying to see how best they can conduct themselves in this year's election in terms of preaching non-violence and trying to tell them that they should maintain the peace in the country, as we don't want to go back to the days wherein the country was unsafe. Moving away from that, we want to take another story, and this time around is the leader of the National Grand Coalition, who is Dr. Yunkela. And Dr. Yunkela made a statement saying that, and he gave reasons why he joined the President Bio's government. And we knew that weeks ago he joined alliance with the Sierra Leone People's Party going into the 2023 elections. And Dr. Kande Yunkela, who is the National Grand Coalition leader, expressed his gratitude to President Bio for the provision of a sincere leadership, adding that he had joined President Bio's government to help build the country with major focus on peace, stability, and development. At any time I sit with President Bio, the first thing we discuss is how we can unify this country. We have set an alliance to demonstrate that politics is not about fighting each other, but for betterment of the country. He made the statement on Saturday, 13th May 2023, at the NGC Progressive Alliance meeting with the ruling SLPP government at Wizard Complex, Dambala Road in Bo, where I emphasize that leadership is about the sacrifice of the people and the betterment of the country. Dr. Juncker affirmed that anytime he sits with President Bio, the first thing they will discuss is how they can unify the country. He justified the alliance with SLPP as a manifestation to demonstrate that politics is about fighting, but for the development of the country. Meanwhile, on the 23rd April 2023, President Bio, Sierra Leone's People's Party leader, formally signed the Progressive Alliance for Transformational Development agreement with the leader of the National Grand Coalition Party. And we saw wherein last month both party leaders signed a coalition wherein they will join force going towards the 2023 election. And we've seen wherein the opinions of people has been different towards Dr. Kande Yunkela. Some people have been saying that is irrelevant, and some have been saying that they are not even bothered about that, because when he came in 2018, he came in a different form, urging people to join his political party, urging people to vote for him. Wherein in the 2018 election, his party emerged third position in 2018 election, and he was, this time around, is not contesting for the presidential seat, as he has joined first with the SLPP party. And in an interview there, Dr. Kande Yunkela stated that he's joining the Bio-led government in trying to unify the country. And that has been disregarded by people in the country, saying that he's trying to go back to the Sierra Leone People's Party, as he was a member of the Sierra Leone People's Party before forming his own political party, which is the NGC party. And the NGC party in this year's election do not send any presidential candidate, and also for the position of mayor, as the only two parties that fulfilled the criteria given by the ECSL, which is the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone, and says that the SLPP party and the APC party are the only two political parties in the country that met the criteria given by them, which is the ECSL, and 50%, 25%, sorry, of political parties fulfilled their own criteria, and also 50% of the political party fulfilled the criteria given by the ECSL. And as we approach this year election, we have seen several activities going on in the country, and some of these activities have been the local people. And we now move on to Kabba, wherein business women in Kabba has spoken about the issue of the voters' ID card, and also about the elections in 2023. Let's have a watch wherein Madam Fanta Kabba, who is a businesswoman in Kabba, speaks on the issue of the voters' ID card.
My name is Fanta Kabba, but the name with the Sabi, and they call me Finke. I am the original Finke. I then at the Tendail. I sell at the Tendail market.
Madam Fanta Kabba, we would like to know for the election, how you go away this election, the board get this 2024. Did you understand the people are not go for the ID card, then people are not going for correct ID card, and that is not going to be a change for the advice to other people concerning the ID card issue?
The ID card, like we saw na tender issue. Like when na tender you cooperate to, on now go take because one peaceful election. One peaceful election, I make we all go take. On all the ID card, they all go through. Some of who face they don't come out. But once the name they show, the name they matter. You understand? So we all go take her because one peaceful election.
Well, maybe outside tender, there are some people who don't go collect the ID card, but this now media. Waiting that you advise to other people who go watch this video for towards the ID card business. Waiting that you advise to them.
And let them go take the ID card there. Although the rest don't there, but let them go take the ID card there. Fear gear rest there because another they want it for them cheap. If the rest don't cheap, fear don't cheap. At least we come there, we go know how to do the business there. So now make we go take the ID card there. Follow vote, follow get peaceful election.
Thank you very much, Madam Kabba.
Yes. Yeah, me I'm original thinker. I am the original thinker.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Special thanks to our reporter, Mariama Yama Sise, for sending in that video. Mariama Yamba Sise did an interview with a businesswoman in Kabbalah City by the name of Madam Fanta Kabba. Madam Fanta Kabba spoke on the issue of the ID cards and also the forthcoming elections, wherein she said that she has collected a voter ID card and also people in her surrounding as well have collected their voter ID card. And she stated in that interview with Madam Sessi, saying that in order for you to try and create a change in the country, you need to vote in this year's election, as they have been yearning for change. And one thing that that captured my attention from that particular video is wherein Madam Kabba said that if they want to create a change, and if the people of Sierra Leone are yearning to create a change, and they are trying to see reduction in commodities, they are saying that you should collect your voter ID card, which will automatically make you eligible to vote in this year's election. And she urged other people to collect their party or their voter ID cards and vote in this year's election, because she said that they are she's urging other people who has not yet collected their ID cards to collect their ID cards for them to create a change and them to be part of history in this year's election. Let's take a break. When we come back, we continue with our program.
Credibility, because we are here to bring you unbiased news. TDN Africa Media. TDN Africa.
TDN Africa.
TDN Africa Media. TDN Africa Media.
Mama say put me online now. I need education, I need information and news. TDN will let you know. We bring you entertainment, we bring you the people's view. We don't just do the talk, we verifying before reporting. We don't just do the talking, we verifying before reporting. Independent.
Welcome back. This is Breakfast with TDN and I am Franklin Williams. We continue with our program this morning. We continue with our program this morning. We've seen the Ministry of Finance given reports on how the Sierra Leone Police and the Defense Ministry has spent over 300 million leones in 2022, and they gave this rundown in a report which the Ministry of Finance concluded. That is the expenditure report. And in this report, it says that the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Defense, and the Sierra Leone Police exceeded their annual expenditure for the fiscal year 2022, totaling 315.7 million leones. Initially, the fiscal year 2022 budget allocated 137.4 million leones for the Ministry of Defense, but it was later revised to 175.3 million leones. However, the actual expenditure amounted to 390 million, resulting in an over expenditure of 214.8 million leones. The Ministry of Finance identified several factors contributing to this overrun. Critical expenditures including 50.9 million leones for procuring fuel for operations, 50.7 million leones for rice and ration cash allowances for officers, 60.3 million for procuring medical drugs, X-ray films and laboratory reagents for military hospitals, 37.5 million for supplying military kits or uniforms to the RSLAF, and 9.8 million for recruiting and training 300 specialist personnel for the RSLAF. As for the Sierra Leone Police, the initial budget allocation for fiscal year 2022 was 110.1 million leones, but it was revised to 214.0 million leones. Out of this amount, 110.7 million was allocated for critical expenditures, including fuel, rice for officers, and ration cash allowances. The remaining 7.3 million leones was intended for security hardware, uniforms, and other logistics. However, the actual expenditure for fiscal year 2022 amounted to 316.9 million, resulting in an overrun of 102.9 million leones. The Ministry of Finance provided further explanations for the overrun in terms of administrative and operating costs. The major cost drivers were related to fuel expenses caused by intermittent increases in fuel prices. The rise for officers and other ranks expenditure category was mainly influenced by price increases and arrears payment. In the category of security hardware, uniforms, and other logistics, expenses were driven by various procurement. Additionally, 9.9 million and 40.7 million leones were spent on the supply and delivery of 20 heavy-duty trucks and 25 hard-top vehicles, respectively, to enhance the police operation in preparation for the 2024 elections. 2023 elections, sorry. That was the Ministry of Finance giving a rundown on the expenditure of the Sierra Leone Police and also the Defense Ministry, saying that their expenditure of their expenses were increased. We've seen wherein the budget which was initially given to them were increased. This was due to some of the activities carried out by these organizations, mostly the Sierra Leone Police and the Defense. And in the reports of the finance ministry, they said that some of the monies were allocated for fuel and also paying arrears to the officers, and they break down the money spent, saying that the initial money that was given was increased to a higher rate, saying the fuel increment caused this, and also the bags of rice given to these officers in trying monthly, and also the heavy trucks that they normally carried out their operational work was also noted for, and also in terms of uniforms and other technical equipments were also captured in the ministry's reports. And we've seen wherein these two institutions have been engaging themselves in training on how to conduct themselves in the June 24th elections this year, in terms of deploying their officers in different locations or different areas in the country, as some officers will be transported to the province or provincial areas in terms of keeping and maintaining peace in the country, and also overseeing any form of irregularities which may want to happen in this year's election. As presently we've seen trainings has been concluded by the Sierra Leone police, and the head of media operations, which is Brahima Kamara, said to TDN a few months ago that the police are ready. They are set for this year's election, as they are in full preparedness in trying to maintain the peace in the country and in trying to arrest anyone that may want to go against the laws given by the Sierra Leone police, and also go against the practices or conduct of this year's election. And that was the finance ministry giving out their reports. You know that each year the finance ministry will have to come out with a particular report. That is the fiscal year expenditure, which normally comes immediately few months after the start of another year. And we just hope and pray that the police and the defense ministry will continue their work in terms of maintaining peace in the country. And also, in our program this morning, we've seen where we've taken a look at several stories ranging from the PMDC leader, Dr. Charles Francis Magai, saying that he wants to, he is ready to ascend the throne of the king. And he made the statement via an interview conducted with him. And Dr. Charles Francis Magai says that this is his last election in terms of trying to capture the first seat or the first office in the country, which is the presidential office. And he says that it is now time for him to ascend the throne of king, as over the years he's helped political parties in trying to ascend this particular seat. And he made mention of 2007, through his support to the APC party, and also in the 2018 election, he threw his support to the SLPP party, and now is fully ready to ascend the throne of the king, which is the presidential seat. And moving away also from that, we are in the business women in Kabba City says that people should collect their ID cards in order for them to be eligible to vote in this year's election. And also we've looked at story from the TDN Star Vocal show, which is a non-violence show that is targeting school-going children, or targeting schools precisely. And we have star prizes for this particular show, as the individual who emerge as the winner of this show will have a take-home of 3 million leones. And also we have star prize for the schools which will emerge victorious, and the star prize is 2 million euros. As you also, 2 million, 3 million is not a small money, and it will take you a long way if you are ready to participate in this particular session, which is the star vocal session. And in order for you, if you are a school-going people out there, in order for you to be part of this show, you have to like our page on Facebook, with the TDN Africa Media. Just type TDN Africa Media. And also, if you want to look the video of the session conducted with your schools, you have to also follow our YouTube channel, which is TDN Africa Media. You click the subscribe button, and you will have, you will be notified of any videos which will be uploaded on that particular channel. And you will also have to share these particular videos, like these videos, in order for your schools to emerge victorious. And we have come to the end of today's breakfast show. I've been your humble presenter, Franklin Williams. Join us again tomorrow for another edition of Breakfast with TDN, and I'll be here again to give you events or current affairs news that has been trending in the country. And as we look forward to the 2023 election, which is the June 24th election, we are bringing you live. We will be bringing you live coverage in this year's election. Join us, and also be subscribing to our channel on YouTube, and also following our social media page, the Facebook and TikTok page. And until tomorrow, I've been your presenter, Franklin Williams.
TDN Africa.
TDN Africa, need it. TDN Africa, need it.
Mommy say put me online now. I need education, I need information and news. TDN will let you know. We bring you entertainment, we bring you the people's view. We don't just do the talk, we verifying before reporting. We don't just do the talking, we verifying before reporting. In independence and credibility, that's why we are here to bring you unbiased news. We believe in independence and credibility, because we are here to bring you unbiased news. TDN Africa, need it.
TDN Africa.
TDN Africa, need it.
me say put me online now. I need education, I need information and news. TDN will let you know. We bring you entertainment, we bring you the people too. We don't just do the talk, we verifying before reporting. We don't just do the talking, we verifying before reporting. In independence and credibility, that's why we are here to bring you unbiased news. We believe in independence and credibility, because we are here to bring you unbiased news.